Just a quick message to the people who are complaining about the rules of me versus Mike Tyson. You shouldn't be allowed to vote. You shouldn't be allowed to drive on the streets and endanger other people. I feel bad for any believe that, and I would never let my fans down in a fight like this and wearing headgear.
Well, it seems like Jake Paul has some thoughts on Mike Tyson's intense training routine, and let me tell you, it's stirring up quite the commotion. From knockout punches to grueling workouts, Tyson's regimen has got Jake Paul reacting like never before. Grab your gloves and get ready to dive into the ringside drama because the heat is on and Jake's got something to say.
Just a quick message to the people who are complaining about the rules of me versus Mike Tyson. Some TikToker made a video making up all these fake rules. Me and Logan tag teaming him, us wearing headgear, all of this. Believe that. You're a idiot and you shouldn't be allowed to vote. You shouldn't be allowed to drive on the streets and endanger other people. I feel bad for any who believe that.
The announcement of Mike Tyson and Jake Paul's impending heavyweight bout, which is set for July 20 and will be televised on Netflix, is the focal point of the controversy. The boxing world and beyond have been quite interested in and divided by this unexpected contest. Former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson, who is renowned for his brutal style and spectacular knockouts, has just started competing again in an exhibition bout. Even though Tyson was 58 years old when the bout took place, his relentless preparation regimen and demonstration of his fearsome talents in training films have drawn the interest of both opponents and supporters. However, with his unconventional career path and brazen demeanor, controversial YouTuber turned professional boxer Jake Paul has been creating ripples in the boxing community. Paul has drawn notice for his knockout victories and secured high-profile contests, despite criticisms from established boxing circles. Both anticipation and skepticism surrounded the news of the Tyson vs. Paul bout. Many doubted the matchup's validity because of Tyson's advanced age and Paul's brief boxing career. Both combatants, though, have voiced confidence in their skills. Tyson showing off his strength and speed in training videos, and Paul has been bragging about his youth and willpower. The build-up to the fight has been marked by back-and-forth exchanges between the two camps, with Tyson's team highlighting his legendary status in boxing history, and Paul's team emphasizing his athleticism and dedication to training. Social media platforms have become battlegrounds for fans and pundits to debate the outcome of the fight, with predictions ranging from a decisive Tyson victory to a surprising upset by Paul.
A few days ago, Jake Paul surprised the combat sports world once more by revealing that he would be facing Iron Mike Tyson in a bout on July 20th in AT&T Stadium in front of 80,000 people. Now, of course, when this was announced, there was a mixed reaction online.
The fight itself is set to take place at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, with Netflix making its debut in boxing broadcasting. The event is expected to draw a massive audience, with both Tyson and Paul bringing their own fan bases and media attention to the spectacle. Despite Tyson's renowned standing as a heavyweight champion in the boxing world, Paul has been outspoken about his confidence in taking on the former champion since the match was announced. But Tyson's intense training schedule and remarkable ability demonstration in training videos have made Paul reevaluate how he approaches the bout. Paul's first response upon viewing the video of Tyson working out with MMA coach Rafael Cordero was to concede Tyson's skills. Any question about Tyson's ability to compete at the top level despite his advanced age were all allayed by the footage, which displayed his strength, speed, and agility. When Paul's team inquired about why he chose to enter the ring with such a strong opponent, he replied in the affirmative, stating his resolve to face the challenge. A member of the team sent me this video that Mike's coach put up 2 weeks ago and asked me if I'm sure that I want to do this. He wrote, Yeah, I do. Heavyweight. He's the greatest heavyweight of all time and the most vicious knockout artist ever. But I'm younger, I'm faster, and I'm going to be working my behind off to get stronger. The story starts with Mike Tyson, who in the late 1980s was the unchallenged heavyweight champion of the world. With his fierce strength and commanding presence in the arena, Tyson rose to legendary status within the boxing fraternity. But his boxing career was turbulent, with highs and lows experienced both in and out of the ring. In the present, Tyson, who is currently in his 50s, has made the incredible decision to return to the sport he once ruled. The boxing world was rocked by his statement, as both supporters and detractors speculated about his potential to compete at the top level after spending years out of the ring. There was a mixed response to Tyson's return, too, with some people being skeptical. Some praised his comeback as evidence of his unwavering skill and resolve, while others wondered if aging had diminished his once stirring abilities. Let's introduce Jake Paul, a contentious individual in his own right. The former YouTube sensation, now a boxer, gained notoriety for his flamboyant demeanor and love of show. Paul has garnered a substantial fan base and seen some success in the ring, but he was also criticized by purists who questioned his credentials in the sport. As word leaked out about Tyson's intense training schedule leading up to his return fight, rumors and analysis went wild on the internet. Pictures and videos of Tyson's rigorous training sessions went viral, highlighting the former champion's unwavering commitment and work ethic. In light of this, Jake Paul offered his personal opinions regarding Tyson's preparation. Paul praised Tyson's dedication in such a number of interviews and social media posts, but he also questioned the viability of demanding schedules like that at Tyson's age. Paul's comments set off a flurry of discussions among boxing enthusiasts and commentators. While some praised him for his courage to voice his opinions, others charged him with belittling a boxing legend. And further dimensions of suspense were introduced to the unfolding drama by the clash of generations between the brash upstart and the seasoned veteran. With everyone's attention focused on the latest rivalry in boxing, which isn't taking place in the ring, but rather in the court of public opinion, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, the countdown to Tyson's comeback fight, was intensifying. It's unclear if this altercation would result in a real fight, but one thing was for sure. Boxing was about to witness an unprecedented power struggle between egos.
Later, bro.
Without saying a word, Jake Paul's response to Mike Tyson's rigorous training regimen said volumes. The mixture of adoration and underlying anxiety flickered across Paul's face as he saw Tyson's intense training regimen and unwavering determination. In the clip, Tyson can be seen punching a heavy bag without gloves on, a tactic designed to strengthen the skin, bones, and muscles in preparation for the fight, although the physical impact on the hands can be quite severe. When Tyson unleashed his signature fury on the punching bag, his eyes enlarged significantly, giving the impression that he was admiring the opponent. Paul had to give Tyson credit for his intense training and his overwhelming strength. It was an acknowledgement of the unflinching dedication and unrelenting effort that had brought Tyson to the height of boxing stardom. However, behind the surface, Paul's visage revealed a faint tremor of apprehension. It was an acknowledgement of the enormous challenge Tyson's return presented to the boxing community as a whole, as well as to his opponents in the ring. Younger competitors like Paul had high hopes for glory, but Tyson's comeback threatened to eclipse their accomplishments. Paul struggled with mixed feelings during the silent observation period as he took in the amazing sight of Tyson's training routine and the disturbing realization of the huge barrier that stood in the way of his own goals. It was time for Paul to reflect and evaluate himself as he considered his position in a sport where icons like Mike Tyson still have significant influence. Jake Paul's silent response to Mike Tyson's training regimen ultimately captured the spirit of the boxing world, a careful balancing act between respects for the past and the unwavering quest of achievement in the present. Paul realized that in order to establish his own legacy in the shadow of the boxing legend, he would need to muster all of his own bravery and tenacity as he took in Tyson's unwavering will. There will be only one way to find out when the two men step into the ring in Texas in front of a blockbuster crowd. That's all for now. Bye-bye.